Hey Insiders, we've got a very special guest joining us here today who's recently just gone through our flagship course, LMA, which is the Life Mastery Achievers course. And she's going to be coming on here today, sharing with us how she found the entire experience and everything else in between. So, I guess just to kick off today here, would you mind telling us your first name, where it is that you're from, and what it is that you currently do for a living?
Hi, everybody. My name is Ruthlyn George Bay. I'm from Hackney in London. I'm a retired practice nurse, a semi-retired because I do about 5 days a month.
Oh my,
And I started the EMA on I think it was the 4th of April, just before my birthday. I wanted to treat myself because in my birthday month, I treat myself right through the month. That's me. Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful.
And
Sorry,
sorry.
I was just going to say to you, I was just going to ask you, what would you say was your biggest struggle or challenge that you were currently facing in your life prior to joining the LMA course?
My struggle was, I would say, time.
Mm.
I knew what I had to do, but I couldn't prioritize it well. And because I couldn't prioritize it well, I would procrastinate. I can't say that word, but you know what I mean. I would procrastinate and start doing. I've got OCT as well, OCD. So I would start tidying up and doing something, knowing that I had work to do and not do it
Wow.
because my mind was saying, "Oh, can you do it? Will you be able to do it?" Blah blah blah. And I had a chattering mind. I could not calm down this.
And how long was that going on for consciously? How long were you aware of this, that this was happening in your life?
The chattering mind has been going on for as long as I can remember.
Wow.
Wherever I am, I could be in a quiet room, the mind would be going millions of miles an hour. I couldn't calm it down. And because of that, I couldn't focus on one thing properly. When I was at work, I'm focused, yeah, because I've been doing that for 37 years. So that comes as second best. But when I'm at home or when I'm doing, because I do my craft as well, when I'm doing something, it will keep talking to me, keep talking to me. And then I started to read something about shadow self. So I realized it was my shadow side. So I shouldn't keep on trying to dismiss it. I need to accept it, but try to calm it down.
Wow.
And this is what the LMA taught me to do,
Wow.
calm down my shadow side.
And how was that? How was those traits affecting your life? What was happening as a result of those things being so scattered?
What I noticed was that I kept repeating the same cycle. I kept like going out with the same type of guys that wasn't bringing anything to my life. I don't want anybody to bring anything to my life because I've got abundance. But the quality of the men was set the same. And I wanted to change that. I am such a people pleaser. I can't say no to my family. I can't. Whatever they say, Manny said to me this week, "Oh, Auntie, could you do my nose? Because I do nails as well. Oh, Auntie, could you do my nose?" I said yes. And
Yeah.
then when I thought about it, this is what people think I've got a fickle mind, but I haven't. Since doing this, it's taught me to stop and think about what you're doing.
Wow.
And then how is it going to benefit you? What are you going to get out of it? It's not every kindness you do for people, you should get a benefit. But for me, I need to see why I'm doing this for this person.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for sharing. And you said about coming on to LMA, and we're going to dive into that in just a moment about everything that you learned and what you took away from the course. But what was your main concern that may have prevented you from buying or enrolling in the LMA course? And what helped you put your fears to one side and help you step forward in faith and give it a go?
One of the things that Tim said, and I loved it when he said that you have the money and you have it put down there and you just look at it. And that was me. I have the finances but because I'm going to fully retire next year, I have to think practical. I have to think long term. Yeah. So when he said about paying for the course and how much a course costs, I thought, right, I paid while it was on there, I started the transaction, I started it up. And then throughout there was different things that I wanted to do as well. But when I slept on it, and this is going forward, is what I'm going to do from now on. If there is anything that I want to do, I have to sleep on it because I keep jumping. And when I jump and I thought, oh my God, I made a mistake. It looks to other people like, what the this girl don't know what she wants. But I do, but I wasn't thinking. I was using emotion,
Mm,
and I can't work with emotion. I've got to work with my authentic self.
yeah,
And yeah,
there you go. And then what was it that um helped you step forward in faith and take that action? So why LMA then? Why did it call out to you?
it's funny, because somebody sent me a video and that was attached to the video. And I thought, oh, let me look at this because was reading part of my shadow side and it was telling me what to do and what to do every morning. And I thought, oh, let me look at this. And I thought, thank you, universe. Everything in life comes to you when it's supposed to come to you. And that's exactly what happened.
Wow, beautiful. And Ruth, and what would you say surprised you the most or made you happiest about experiencing the LMA program?
When you do things, and for me, I like instant result. I know you don't always get instant result, and sometimes some things are too good to be true, but oh my God. I went on it and it said, you have a choice. And I said, yeah, I know I got a choice. But I'll give you a scenario. A friend of mine says to me, oh, my son's birthday party is coming up. And I want to go. And I said, how old is this boy? Oh, he's going to be 6. And I'm saying, I don't want to go to a 6-year-old birthday party. Why am I going to a 6-year-old birthday? And I said, yeah, I'm going. And then I thought, oh, hold on a minute. No, I won't be going. And she said, okay, then. She didn't even ask for a reason. And I thought, oh my God, I just said no. And she accepted it.
Wow.
So it was like a light bulb going off in my head. And I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to say this no more often and see how far I can go. And that's what I've been doing. And
Wow.
it's been amazing. It's been
Wow.
amazing.
Well, how has it made you
I
feel?
can't
Having
believe
those
some,
boundaries and being able to say no, what has it done for you?
it's opened up so many doors for me because I haven't been good for me. I've been good for other people. And as a nurse, we're a carer, but who cares about the carer?
Yeah.
We was getting claps during the COVID, but after the COVID, who cares about us?
Mm,
And that's what I've started to do, care about me. And it's so lovely to, everybody keeps saying, oh, you have to learn to love yourself. And I'm saying, how do you do that? Now I know.
yeah. Is
It's
LMA,
amazing.
is LMA the first sort of online course that you've ever taken before, or have you taken anything prior?
I've gone on motivational courses. I went to Anthony Robinson. He was at there was a U2 or something, was it somewhere in the on the island. I went there for 3 days, and at the end of it, I had to walk over hot coals, and my mind couldn't do it. But when he walked past and he said, "Oh, she's not going to do it," I thought, "Okay," and I walked it and my trousers got on fire and that house me down. But I didn't feel the pain. And I
Yeah,
thought, oh my God, that's how powerful your mind is.
it is, right?
We're not aware of how powerful our mind is.
Yeah. So what
Yeah.
would you say has been, other than saying no is what you've taken away, what would you say specifically has been the biggest benefit that you've experienced from the LMA program as a whole? Like, how does your days look like now whenever you wake up and the perspective that you have on life going forward?
Mm. One of the things I used to do is always try to plan my day. Like,
Mm,
I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. And my daughter said to me the other day, Mommy, why you keep saying that? Just what do you want to do?
mm,
And I now I wake up and say, oh, I'd like to do that today. Or I just see what the day unfolds. I'm not going to plan. Whatever is meant to come to me, it will come to me. I'm doing this diploma course and I've had it in the buy side for months now. I paid for it a year ago and I've completed the first lesson this
wow,
week. And I'm like, oh, I didn't set out to do it. I just knew it had to be done. So what needs to be done, just do it. Trying means you're not doing it. Get it done.
get it done. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. And how would you summarize Tim as a teacher, facilitator, trainer? What would you say about Tim?
Wow. He's not only handsome, I'll put it out there, he's handsome, but he's got the ability to capture his audience, to um, enlighten them, to give them gems that sometimes I'm listening to a video and he says something, I have to pause it. I thought, oh my God.
Mm,
I have to pause it and then go back and forth. Yes, he did say that.
yeah.
It's so amazing to have that quality in a human being that
Yeah.
can be gifted and give, and that's what he does. He gives it to people.
Yeah.
He transfers it to people. You get him. And
Mm,
that's hard. Some people they talk away and oh my God, here we go again. But when he says something, even if it's something I've heard already, I get it.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks for
Mm.
sharing. I guess coming
Mm.
towards the end here, Ruthlin, what advice would you give to someone now after being through this course? You've gone through it start to finish, you've taken away
Mm.
all these lessons that you've learned, and we can see it energetically within you how you're speaking and stuff. It's refreshing to hear. What
Mm.
advice would you give to people who are sitting on the fence, who are thinking about joining LMA, but they haven't stepped forward in faith and came on board yet, but they want to change their life? What would you say to them?
One of the guarantees we have in life is that we are going to die.
Mm,
What is going to be in between? How are you going to feel the in between? And the first step, excuse me, the first step I would say, invest in you. That's what I did.
wow.
Once you invest in you, you open up doors. You don't realize that these doors are closed to you. It's because your eyes, you're wearing blinkers. You
Mm,
can't see.
mm,
You have to invest in your life, in this realm that the universe, the ancestors have given you. What have you got to lose?
solid, solid. And only because I'm loving this energy and I'm loving this vibe that you're giving, I want to finish off with one final question. It's a big one. Um, I want you
Mm.
to imagine that we had an opportunity right now to bring everybody, we had billions of people tuned into this live Zoom, and you had
Mhm.
30 seconds to give one message to everybody listening, and they were going to listen to what you had to say today, but you had 30 seconds. What would your message to the world be if everybody was tuned in, tapped in, turned on, listening right now?
In life, we're given intuition. Intuition will guide us along with the ancestors and the ones that's passed on. Listen to them. They're not going to guide you wrong. LMA is one of those things. It's not going to guide you wrong.